Good morning everyone. Today we are at Bunbury at the Dolphin. What are we at, Kathy? Dolphin Discovery Centre. And it is located where, Karen?
Bunbury.
Bunbury. So this is where we are. We'll go have a look at this. Morning tea, coffee, have a look around. And this is the location. Pretty cool. What we have out there is a tug doing a big squirt of water. I'm assuming just for the sheer hell of it. How cool is that? That's awesome. I didn't realise tugs had fire hoses on them. That's really good. They must be doing some sort of testing of their equipment. Enjoyed a really nice morning tea / breakfast maybe for some of us at the Dolphin Centre. We're now going across the road back to the caravan, but not before we go up the lookout up there and have a look. Up the lookout thing in Bunbury. That's the town centre. Lovely little bit of, I guess that's the Bunbury River. Round to the port, the Dolphin Centre, and back around. I like Bunbury. This is a cool town. Decent size, good services, good time. We are driving along a beautiful country road with a lot of sheep and cattle farm and property around. We're heading towards the Chewett National Park. This is the Chewett Forest Drive. This is just south of Bunbury. Look at these lilies. Just this incredible lot of lilies. And here's what they look like up close. Beautiful.
This has been just a lovely drive today. We've done this tourist drive through the Chewett Forest National Park, and we've been passing beautiful fields of these beautiful white lilies and sheep and cows grazing and orchards, and just really pretty. And now we're like on this little dirt road which runs right along the beach there. Oh, it's just gone back to bitumen. Cool.
We have arrived at Bustleton. Another cool place, but wait, look what I've got for you guys. This is the Bustleton Jetty. I think it's something like 1.8 kilometres out and back. Is that right, Kathy?
1.8 out.
Oh, 1.8 out and then 1.8 back. So 3.6 kilometres. I'm not going to bore you with a video of the whole trip, but we're going to do the walk. We may catch a little train. They have a train because it's so far, some people get worn out. We have to do a train ride. We're all boarded onto the train, doors checked, and then they yell out all aboard.
We
Go
listened
figure.
to the little Bustleton Jetty song that they played too.
Right.
What?
So this is us. Away we go. We're in the underwater observatory. I'm standing next to a non-happening window, but there's no one standing around me, which means I can take a video. But we've had some cool fish swim by, and this is what it looks like inside. We're 9 metres below the sea level. At the very bottom it goes up several flights. This is a window halfway up. Surface is up there. Big massive school of fish came by before. This is the window at the next flight. There's fishies. No big schools just here. We'll come around here, I can see the beginnings of schools maybe. They were schooling here before in the hundreds. In the hundreds, now there's in the ones. We have done the Bustleton Jetty, trained out. Kathy made us jog back. Well, Evan and Karen walked, so they didn't end up with sore shins and calves and pounding chests. They've gone into the visitor centre. Kathy's gone to the brewery here. Kathy said, I've never seen a brewery before, and this is quite a big craft brewery thing. Kathy, what's this?
Shelter Brewing Company or something.
And have you ever seen a brewery before up
No,
close?
but look at this. These guys look like they're staff. They're doing tastings.
Doing tastings. Look at that. This is our campsite for the next 4 nights. We are in an olive grove. I'll get the exact name a little bit later from Kathy, Evan or Karen. We are located somewhere in the middle of, well, near the back of Margaret River. Not in Margaret River, about 20 minutes out I think. And we're here at this campsite all by ourselves. By the weekend there might be another couple of caravans. So Evan and Karen are there. We've got a fire at the back of the thing. We've got little lambs and sheep around where we are. I'm sure you can hear them. This is a very cool place to be. And we will enjoy the next bunch of nights. We're going to do wineries and cheese factories and chocolate factories and who knows what else for the next few days. Okay, so what is today?
Another day on holidays.
Another night is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday.
Where did you leave this morning?
Perth.
And where did we go to?
We went to Bunbury,
Bunbury,
Busselton
Busselton,
and Margaret River.
and Margaret River. And where are we now?
Just outside Margaret River.
in the olive farm.
Right, and what was the drive into here like today? What was it today's drive like?
It was stunning.
It was very pretty. It was a very pretty drive.
Trying to get the fire started with wet green wood. Started? Trying to make the fire work proper. But how's this for a beautiful afternoon out under the olive trees looking towards the sunset? Yes! Make it go, man! Go, man! Cows,
Cows.
cows, cows, cows.
Cows.
Cows outside, cows
Cows.
outside, cows, cows,
Oh, look at the cows.
cows,
Cows.
cows,
More cows.
cows.
There's statues of cows.
Everywhere.
Cow,
everywhere.
cow, cow.
Oh, cow. There's
Cow,
more
on the
up
right,
here.
on the right.
Cow.
Cows, cows,
Cows.
cows.
There's cow statues everywhere in this little town called, what is it, Evan?
Cowabunga.
Cow
Cow.
And there's more cows.
Cow, cows.
More cows. I didn't get them because the cows are car there. Cow-a-rum-and-up. Cow.
And she hasn't had a wine
Whatever it
tasting
is.
yet, even still. Okay, so this is a chocolate coffee place. What is it called? Where are we? It's Maison something French chocolate place. We're coming for some coffee and cake. We've just gone to the chocolate factory and then it's just place after place after place. Instructed to video this because these are works of art. Works of art.
They are works of art.
Oh, look at this French pastries. It's beautiful. Mademoiselles, look at this, mademoiselles. It is beautiful, beautiful. We're going to get very fat. I'm sure we're going to get very fat.
He's
a
living.
Here's our morning tea.
Our morning tea, and let's just get a close look at each one of these.
Lemon meringue. I can't remember what they were. A lavender cake. Rock melon. That was like a dark chocolate. And what was that one again?
That was a berry with biscuit.
Cherry.
Cherry.
Cherry
Look at
something. Yum. Cheese factory. And cows. We bought some cheese, we bought some yogurt and some dukkha. Trying to see the view without having to pay $15 each. We're stuck in the middle of the forest, but we have a view sorta. But
And there's the lighthouse.
and there's the lighthouse that we didn't want to pay $15 for. Can you see it? Money worth not spent. So Kathy and I have decided to stay here, and Evan and Karen have continued to walk down there. Evan, are you there? There's voices in the distance, but I have no idea whether they can hear us.
We'll just wait till the next.
We might wait for the next spot, but they're down there somewhere. So here's a better look at the lighthouse. This is the last operational manned lighthouse in Australia, and it closed as a manned lighthouse in 1996, and now it's automated. You can see the lighthouse lens spinning. I have no idea where we are, what we're doing, where we're going. So where are we right now, folks?
Cape Naturalist.
Say that again?
Cape Naturalist.
Cape Naturalists. So this is where all the naked winos go. Winery. I'm the only sober one, I reckon. No, that's not true. That's not true. It's not true. But we're at a lookout of this great little beach and a very busy lineup.
I think it's Smithy's Beach.
Smithy's Beach. Very busy lineup. 1 kilometre up the road we have Canal Rocks, and there's a little bridge. We're going to drive down there, walk across the bridge just to say we've done it, so I'm going to get some really cool water and rock photos. This looks like another snorkeling place based on the little buoys in there. Looks great. Down at the bottom, canals on the coast, and we're going, sorry? Canal Rocks, Kathy says, but the sign says canals on the coast. We're going for a little walk. But WA has really turned on a glorious day for us. And yes, they're still walking in a straight line. They call them Canal Rocks because there's this big canal that goes between the rocks here. So we've got a bridge to cross over. And this chappie here is fishing. He's got himself a little orange bag type thing filled with some sort of burley, I think, to help attract the fish. I suspect he might do well because I think the fish could be very thick in here. But come and have a look at the way the swell comes through. Look at this. This is the canal into the bay and then out into the open ocean. Stunning. So Kathy, what do you think of this? Incredibly beautiful, I think she said. Colour, the movement, the clarity of the water here is mind-boggling. I haven't seen water this clear since I don't know when. But when the water's not moving, you see to the bottom, crystal clear. I know I'm doing a lot of video of this and I'll stop soon, but this is just so awesome. You could sit here for hours and just watch the waves come through the canals, and they go off to the right and the left. Can't easily get there without doing a lot of rock hopping, but yeah, that area where I just videoed where it was nice and clear and calm, waves come through every now and again. When you get that much water movement and still have clear water, wow. This is just the other side of where the canals are. There's one canal that just goes into the right here and cuts through. And every now and again a big wave comes and hits these rocks and the spray goes 30, 40 feet in the air. Just incredible. That was a little one. This is winery number 2, Sky Wine. This one came highly recommended to us by a couple of people actually. So some excitement in the air. Nice vibe.
Tycoons.
This is the Goon Tycoons Winery in Abbeyvale. Cheese. They have the most lovely setting with a big, you'd call this a lake. It's too big for a dam with the way it looks. at Vassi Verde, which is an olive farm. They've got vineyards to the left. I got out of the car and was hit with the most strong aroma of something perfume, almost licorice. An amazing aroma. We are in the Black Brewing Co. So they do brewing of stuff. They have cellar stuff. They have a restaurant here, and I tell you what, these places spend a lot of money on just the look. This is out the back of the Brewing Co. So a big restaurant, a stunning lake. I'm sure they do weddings and things here. Just stunning. This is Amelia Park Wines. This is likely to be our last stop for the day. And again, another winery, no expense spared on the grounds and everything else. Big restaurant. The entry was beautiful, and this is the cellar door. If you look very closely, Kathy's tried to stack rocks in that Zen kind of way. You know how you see rocks stacked up? Kathy's tried to do it for the last 5 minutes. She couldn't even get 2 rocks on top of each other.
I'm not very zen.
You're not very Zen, Kathy.
I'm not a greenie.
This is pitiful. Give up. You're useless at this.
Stop telling me I'm useless.
Folks, this is a trip of firsts and major experiences and things. We are at, where are we? Cape Lewin. This is the most southwestern part of Australia. That is Australia's tallest lighthouse. Not that you can really see the lighthouse, it's undergoing some works. And, well, to quote Evan, we've come, we see, we turn around. Here is a wooden flume that in 1885 was used to supply water to the builders for the lighthouse, and there was a wheel on the end that enabled them to do things exciting. So folks, we are walking, mind the branch as we go. We're walking to some caves, so we've just finished being, where were we just before? Cape Lewin, and we're now heading into Jewel Cave. So this is a cave that obviously, I don't know, maybe it's got precious jewels, I don't know, but this is our activity for the next little while. So we're wandering into caves. These are the most recently discovered caves, very civilised. Apparently it's all boardwalk steps and rails. Look at this go. We're hitting a nice breeze as we go in. Hope you're not claustrophobic. Look at this. Into a huge cavern straight up. Just brilliant. Very cool cave. We're in the ducking spot. Major coloration differences in here based on the tannins that have come through with the water. So this is dirty water from trees and stuff, and then we come across and it gets lighter and lighter and lighter, so we get cleaner water that's come through into the cave. This is the red crystal. This is the only thing they say we're allowed to touch, and I was first. I was like Indiana Jones finding the red crystal. That was the caves. And that's Evan with a thylacine. Here comes Karen. We've just had a great lunch and we're about to head off and explore some more. The caves, and we're now gone to Hamlin Bay. Lovely little bay. Big rock feature there. An old jetty. I've seen pictures of people hanging hammocks off those bits of jetty things. Now this place is particularly famous for being able to see stingrays in the water. So we're going to get up a little elevated and maybe we'll see some stingrays.
This is, what is it? Burrup Drive. All these lilies and the kauri forest.
Another chance, honey, to get free flowers.
No, I don't want to get pulled through his clean car. And that's before it's processed.
Man, you want to come in? We are at Margaret River. So there's a bunch of breaks here. I'm not sure of the names of the breaks. It's a decent bit of swell running through.
Surface Point, I think it is.
This is Surface Point.
Or bombing.
And I haven't got the sets. This was the last of the bigger waves, a bit of a lull. Out to the left is a reef where I imagine they paddle on the big days. But this is just cool. I'll get you some more when the sets come. Here we go, guys are paddling in. That's a decent sized wave. That's well overhead high at takeoff. That is a pretty magic break. And a very predictable wave too. Very cool. There's some places where it might be easy to come in and out of. There's a fair bit of rock and weed around here. You can see the guys trying to come in and out from specific spots. I don't think the consequences are huge if you miss them, but not in close here anyways. But this is just a magic surf break. I understand now why it features so heavily in all the surf magazines. Kathy's been very good and got us the names of the different breaks. So we've got the Bommy over in the distance, which is just about to break now. And we've got Southside. Then we've got Main Break. So this is where, when the surf's really big, this is where they're actually catching the waves. And then when it's on big surf, you can ride it all the way through to the middle, to the mouth, via Fraggles, and then around to step off onto the sand when you catch the big ones. And then the far break, Kathy, what's that called?
One right over there is Box.
And the one right over there is Box. After having the most splendid time watching the surfers at Margaret River, we're now at Cape Mentel for another look at some winery stuff. This is a very large establishment. This is probably the biggest looking winery set of buildings and so on that we've come across. I suspect these guys might have once catered to the Chinese community because of the Chinese writing, maybe exported. So we'll wait and see what we're in for. So this is behind the counter. This is their barrels being aged. We're going to do a wine tasting in here. What a beautiful space. We're in a winery. What's this winery called?
Cape Mentel.
Cape Mentel. Now, we've actually done this at the beginning of the day. This is about the 17th winery we've done today. It's about 11 o'clock. First winery. 3:30 in the afternoon. So they wanted to make sure you all knew this was late in the afternoon today. And we are in a stunning winery called Cape Mentel. And we're drinking Monday to Thursday wine. So I think
This is the Shiraz Cabernet.
the Shiraz Cabernet. Different question for you ladies. Where are we?
We're at Colonial Brewery.
We're at the Colonial Brewery, which is about 4 or 5 minutes up the road from where we're staying at the olive farm. We've just come from some winery that you've just seen the photos and videos of, and this is where dinner's going to be, we're hoping. We're here a little bit early, but we can sit down and we're going to do some more planning, chatting and talking about tomorrow. But we're at the Colonial Brewery for dinner.
I didn't catch this special.
Well, I'll do it.
Let's see. You?
So we're at the Colonial Brewing Co, where we went and had a cider and a pizza for dinner, and that's it over there. They got this little driving range, so the boys are having a hit.
That was so bad.
Coming back, coming back.
Okay.
Move it along.
Good morning, everyone. Well, when I say good morning, there's not much of the morning left. We have walked up and down the main strip of Margaret River. No video, no photos, but quaint, feels like Mullaney, and we're now at the berry farm. So we're just going to go and have a look and see what they've got. They've got some cafe stuff. Maybe this is lunch spot, but I think everyone's after the jams and conserves and whatever else. Pretty gardens. And where are we, Kathy?
Brown Hill Winery.
And
Bought a few bottles from here.
it's very nice.
It is very nice.
Just up from the last winery we had is a place called Rosa Brook. This is Daniel's general store. And this is a step back in time. So they've got things in the windows for sale. They've got things in the windows not for sale, but on display, and it's all time warp stuff. And then we come in. Whoops. Whoops. Did you hear the genuine bell? And then we have everything from stuff really for sale to stuff maybe not really for sale.
And lollies.
And lollies, so we've got the modern. And then a real lolly bar. A real lolly bar. Buy the lolly.
5 cents for a lolly.
We haven't seen this in years. And all the old stuff.
And everyone's got to play a tune.
Including pet food.
Hit it!
And a piano.
Hit it!
Needs a tune. And we forgot the phone. This is how
we used to
This is how we used to ring and dial numbers. But you would do it with the receiver off the phone, otherwise you're not doing anything. You probably don't need to go anymore.
That's how.
Yeah, Margaret River Whirlwind Tour. We've now headed to, where are we? What's this place called?
Miller's Ice Cream.
Miller's Ice Cream, not Miller's Beer. Don't be confused. Wrong country, wrong continent. And I guess we're going to have, what are we going to have here?
Ice cream.
Ice cream, apparently.